dandy, some people always say, from Rio to St. Louis and Chicago by the way. From the hills of Minnesota where them rippling waters flow, changes can be taken on Wabash Cannonball. Oh, listen to the jangle, rumble and the roll, as she flies along woodlands through hills and by the shore. Hear the rippling rush of the engines and them lonesome hobos call. They'll carry you through the jungles on the Wabash Cannonball. They'll carry you through the jungles on the Wabash Cannonball. Thank you. A favorite of mine from this era, from the late 30s, early 40s, is a woman named Molly O'Day who recorded for Columbia Records for just a real short period of time. She made some recordings and then decided she didn't like being famous, and then just completely quit recording music and decided to go devote her life to the church, and did that till the day she died. And she wasn't much of a songwriter, but she worked with Acuff Rose Publishing, who were the Roy Acuff and Fred Rose. They had a young guy under contract named Hank Williams, who nobody had heard of at that point in time. They commissioned him to write songs for her. This is a song Hank Williams wrote that he never recorded, but Molly O'Day had a hit recording of it in the 1940s. Johnny Cash did it on one of his albums with Rick Rubin as well, but it's one of my favorite Hank Williams songs. Probably one of the saddest Hank Williams songs that he ever wrote, which is sang quite a bit. The song's called "On the Evening Train." Well, I heard the laughter at the depot, but my tears, they fell like the rain when I saw them place that long white casket on the baggage coach on the evening train. The baby's eyes, they were red from weeping. Its little heart, it's filled with pain. Oh, Daddy, it cries. Oh, they're taking Mama away from us on the evening train. As I turn to walk away from the depot, it seems I heard call my name. Well, take Another great recording artist from that era, same era, from the 1940s. It's a fella named Ernest Tubb. If you listen to country music at all, I'm sure you're aware of who Ernest Tubb was. Was not much of a songwriter, but he definitely picked great ones to record, and he always had a knack for having one of the best bands going in the country. So, guess I'll do a couple Ernest Tubb songs. This is one written by Floyd Tillman. Oh, my sweetheart is gone, I'm so lonely. She said she and I were through. So I started out drinking the past time, driving nails in my coffin over you. I'm just driving nails in my coffin every time that I drink a bottle of booze. I'm just driving nails in my coffin. Lord, I'm driving those nails over you. Oh, ever since the day that we parted, oh, I've been so sad and so blue. I'm still thinking of your love. Oh, I just can't quit drinking that old booze. Oh, I'm just driving nails in my coffin every time that I drink a bottle of booze. I'm just driving nails in my coffin. Lord, I'm driving those nails over you. Now he turned it down, you don't want me. There's nothing now that I could lose. Oh, I'm still thinking of your love and worrying my darling over you. Oh, I'm just driving nails in my coffin every time that I drink a bottle of booze. Oh, I'm just driving nails in my coffin. Lord, I'm driving those nails over you. Oh, I'm driving those nails over you. Thank you. Kind of a cool fact about Ernest Tubb was he was kind of notorious for having a pretty unique, kind of rough singing voice. But he actually started recording in the 1930s, and he had a real decent voice. He was pretty much obsessed with Jimmie Rodgers. He ended up owning Jimmie Rodgers' Martin guitar after Jimmie Rodgers had passed away and become real good friends with his widow. And the earliest recordings of Ernest Tubb are just him and his guitar, and you'd have a hard time telling the difference between him and Jimmie Rodgers in his early recordings. Then he ended up getting some sort of illness. It affected his throat, and he couldn't play for about 3 or 4 years, and then he came back, totally different style, doing the western swing, honky-tonk kind of music, and had the unique voice that he ended up getting famous with. It's kind of strange if he never got sick and he never had somebody to set him apart from everybody else and make him unique. It's kind of an interesting thing. It was a hit that he had in the late 50s, which is kind of breaking the chronological order thing, but I don't think you guys are going to fault me for it. Well, I say thanks. Thanks a lot. Got a broken heart. That's all I've got. Made me cry. Oh, I cried a lot. I lost your love. Honey, thanks a lot. Told our friends, oh, I was passing by, that you're not sorry that you made me cry. That I deserve everything I got. That's how you feel. Honey, thanks a lot. Well, I said thanks. Thanks a lot. Got a broken heart. That's all I've got. Made me cry. Oh, I cried a lot. is a broken heart. We loved a little, you laughed a lot. I lost your love, honey, thanks a lot. Oh, I said thanks, thanks a lot. Got a broken heart, that's all I've got. Made me cry, oh, I cried a lot. I lost your love, honey, thanks a lot. Thank you. Since I'm going with the whole country music theme this evening, I'm only going to touch on this briefly because it is important and branches off from it. But around this same period in time is when guys like Bill Monroe and the Stanley Brothers started the whole bluegrass thing. So I'm gonna do a couple of bluegrass songs from Stanley Brothers tune and Bill Monroe tune. There's a Stanley Brothers song called How Mountain Gals Can Love. They sure can. Just ask Brett Conlon over there. Riding the night in the high cold wind on the trail of your lonesome night, thinking of you and I'm feeling so blue, wondering why I left you behind. Get down, boys, go back home, back to the girl you love. Treat her right and never wrong, how mountain girls can love. Remember the night that we strolled down the lane, our hearts were getting happy then. Whispered to me as I held you close, how you go back now, hell yeah. Get down, boys, go back home, back to the girl you love. Treat her right and never wrong, how mountain girls can love. Treat her right and never wrong, how mountain girls can love. Thank you. There's a Bill Monroe song that breaks that whole chronological order thing again that I was talking about, but it's my favorite Bill Monroe song. He recorded the original version of this with Mac Wiseman on lead vocal, and then shortly after that, he picked up a fella named Jimmy Martin into his band, who ended up becoming just as much of an icon in bluegrass as Bill Monroe. In my opinion, a lot better than Bill Monroe. The song's called On and On. Traveling down that long, lonesome highway, I'm so lonesome I could die. Memories of how we once loved each other, now you will say goodbye. On and on, I follow my darling, I wonder where she could be. Traveling on this long, lonesome highway, Lord, I wonder if she ever thinks of me. I cried and cried for you, my darling, it breaks my heart to hear your name. Well, my friends, they all love you, my darling, still they say I'm to blame. On and on, I follow my darling, I wonder where she could be. Traveling on this long, lonesome highway, Lord, I wonder if she ever thinks of me. I have to follow you, my darling, I can't sleep when the sun goes down. By your side, there is my destination. Road is clear, that's where I'm bound. On and on, I follow my darling, I wonder where she could be. Traveling on bluegrass thing before we end up getting off track. Unless you guys want to hear a Jimmy Martin song.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll do a Jimmy Martin song. You sit there crying, crying your fear. You say you got trouble. My friend, listen here. Don't tell me your trouble. I got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. 'Cause I'm fresh out of prison. 6 years in the pen. Lost my wife and family. No one to call a friend. So don't tell me your trouble. I got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. Well, now there sits a blind man, so blind you can't see. Lord, he ain't complaining, so why should you owe me? So don't tell me your trouble. I got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. Oh, I'm fresh out of prison. 6 years in the pen. Lost my wife and family. No one to call a friend. So don't tell me your trouble. I got enough of my own. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. Be thankful you're living. Drink up and go home. Thank you. I just want to say I hope you guys are enjoying this. It's kind of a new thing for me. I normally don't. Well, I normally end up just getting drunk and playing a bunch of other people's songs, but never really in a structured show where I'm trying to give history on all of them. But this whole idea came about. My buddy Jody Robbins back there used to do shows at his office, and we were at one night, and him and I and a few of our friends were sitting around, and they knew that I'm kind of a freak about this stuff, so they started asking me questions and just requesting songs, and it ended up being about 4 hours of me play a song that Leon Payne wrote, and then do a song that Eddie Nowak recorded that Leon Payne wrote, and just bounced around like that for a few hours because I'm insane. But I hope you guys are enjoying this, and be gentle with me, it's my first time. Ha. I'll get to the most famous Hank in a minute, but Hank Thompson was kind of a western swing, honky-tonk country guy around the same time as Hank Williams. He wrote what ended up being, this song ended up being famous on its own, but Kitty Wells wrote a reply song to it that ended up becoming an even bigger hit than the original. And then a lot of people tried cashing in off of it and writing more sequels to it. The song is called The Wild Side of Life, and Kitty Wells did Wasn't God Who Made Honky Tonk Angels, and Johnny Horton did A Child's Side of Life, which is the kid telling the story of the parents getting divorced, and on and on and on and on and on. Here's the original, which is my favorite, because I don't really want to sing the Kitty Wells song because it kind of makes men sound bad. I don't want to do that. You wouldn't read my letter if I wrote. Well, you asked me not to call you on the phone. Well, there's something I wanted to tell you, so I wrote my song. Well, I didn't know God made honky-tonk angels. Well, I might have known you'd never make a wife. Well, he cheated the only one who ever loved you. And then went back to that wild side of life. Well, the glamour of that gay nightlife lured you to places where the wine and liquor flows. Where you wait to be anybody's baby, and you forget the only love you'll ever know. Well, I didn't know God made honky-tonk angels. Well, I might have known you'd never make a wife. Or you cheated the only one who ever loved you. Then went back to that wild side of life. And then went back to that wild side of life. Alright, on to my absolute favorite topic to talk about regarding anything, Hank Williams. The greatest singer-songwriter to ever walk the face of the earth, and that isn't even up for debate. We're just gonna end up doing a whole bunch of Hank Williams songs because you can't do just one or two or 10. Westchester. Well, that was the biggest hit. The biggest hit he had was Lovesick Blues, which he didn't write, but the biggest hit that he wrote was this song right here. He was married to an evil, evil, cold, heartless woman named Audrey. And no, she was horrible. She accused him of fooling around while he was out on the road. Who knows if he did? I'm just gonna run with it. He didn't, because it's Hank Williams and he rules. But she thought he was fooling around on her out on the road, and she was pregnant with a child, Hank and Audrey's child, maybe. And out of spite, she decided to terminate the pregnancy. Then she got an infection, was in the hospital, and she